Oh, girl, I know that you're attracted to me, and I should feel the same about you. But something wrong, I don't know what it is that keeps us from becoming a two. It's not your looks, even though you're pretty. It's not your style. Hey, it's not the way that you carry yourself. Oh, girl, what's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the adult. All right, man, look, won't you be my neighbor? Oops. Won't you be? Hey, could you please sing it with me? Baby, baby. My neighbor. Hi, neighbor. Well, who do we have up in here? Bearfax, what's going on with you? Bernard Burton, what's going on with you? T. Whoops. All right. Look. First, I want to say this. What was I going to say? Oh, it's Friday. Boy. All right, man. Oh my goodness. That was probably the craziest intro I've ever had in my life. Hit the Tyson Bell. For everybody who's directly coming over from my last live stream talking about Hard Knock Nights live. That's why I got the cup, the black, 2 sugars. That was a great live stream, man. So much positivity. You guys were so great. Yeah, let's talk some boxing. Hold on, let me get some black 2 sugar. Of course, everybody, don't forget to hit the why my stuff out of focus? Why my camera out of focus? What happened? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Doesn't the camera look out of focus? I don't know. So anyway, let's talk some boxing. Let's talk some blurred lines. Yeah, dog. Look at what's. Come on, man. This thing needs to focus. There you go. There you go. Hold on. There you go. Yeah. It's crispy now. I don't. Must be my face. When I throw my face, pistachio fall. All right, let's talk some boxing. Wait a minute. Where's my? I don't think I'm ready. Hold on. Where's my? Oh, here it is, right here. So everybody hit the like button. Let me go through what we're going to talk about today. We don't start the show until 200 people. So everybody, please hit the like button. Let's get 200 people in here. What are we going to talk about today? What do we have today? We have Twitter fingers. First and foremost, as always, Twitter fingers. Then we have the WBC officially changed to WBC rules. We have Keith One Time Threeman back in July. He's coming back in July. Okay. All right. And then we have last but not least, he says Crawford is an easier challenge than Spence for Pacquiao, which is influencing the discussion. People are starting to ask, is Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, did he duck Errol the True Spence for Terrence Bud Crawford? Everybody make sure you hit the like button. Hold on real quick. Is this public? What's going on, man? Let's see how many people's on. I can't really tell right now. Let's see. Okay, it's live. It's public. There's only 40 likes. Everybody, you got to hit the like button. You got to hit the like button. Get more people in here. Until we get the people in here, let's talk. Let's see what we got to say. We ain't here, BS. What's going on with you? If he dies, he dies. Spot on. That's it. What you think of Billy Joe Saunders? Think he has a chance? Yeah, I think he does have. I think he has a chance. I think Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez, I think they know he has a chance. Number one, I do want to say this about boxing, okay? These guys are human beings. I don't care what anyone says. These guys are human damn beings, okay? If Canelo has a bad night, Billy Joe Saunders will mess around and take advantage of it, okay? Period, all right? Another thing, there is an idea that Canelo Alvarez has trouble with slick fighters. There's an idea after he struggled with Floyd Mayweather. Well, got destroyed by Floyd, but who doesn't? And those are facts. And after he well, Castillo didn't. And he struggled with Lara. But when I rewatched that fight, not really. He hunted Lara. Dude, Lara dude, after rewatching that fight, I thought Lara won when I first watched it. Mike is perfect. Gain levels are perfect. Thank you so much. When I first watched the fight, I thought Lara won. And then I confidently, if you guys remember, I confidently rescored the fight in front of you. I was just like, I know Lara won. I put it on. I said, well, let's rescore the fight then. You know, everybody, hey, rescore the fight. Fine. I did a live stream. Remember? I did like a live stream or something. I forgot what it was. And I rescored the fight. And to my surprise, after watching it, maybe as a smarter analyst, after watching the fight, I'm like, there's no way Lara won. Canelo hunted him the whole fight, hit him with devastating body shots. He was breaking them up. Lara was in the wind. It's the same reason why Danny Garcia felt that he beat Keith Thurman, except for the fact that Canelo Alvarez really was landing the shots on Lara. Lara bounced. And it shocked me how differently I saw the fight once I rewatched it. Maybe a bit smarter. But once I rewatched it, I was like, Canelo, he won that. He won that fight by like 2 rounds. But yet and still, it didn't look like a fun fight, Canelo. He had to hunt this guy and chase this guy. People thought he struggled with Austin Trout. I thought he did a little bit, not really. I saw him switching his game and making Austin Trout look like a fool. Remember all that stuff he did, and then he hit him with the Bambi legs? I was like, okay. And I saw another side of him. You did a reaction. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm here, ShowBizz. Much love to you. How dare you say Pacquiao ducks pack? Pacquiao ducks pack. You all show. Wait, I didn't even say. I asked a question. Hey, to my man John, for calling me the B word and being insane, just to help you out so you don't off yourself or jump off a building or start bitching and complaining. I actually think Pacquiao isn't ducking Errol Spence. Be calm, be patient. Let's get there, okay? We're mature here. This is the war room. We're going to talk and discuss. Don't cry. Don't be a baby. Be a man. What's going on? Be a man. I actually think Pacquiao isn't ducking him, but you can't get there. You can't be patient enough. Like, brother, I think Pacquiao isn't here. I'm sorry, you guys, for this guy who can't wait for the climax. Okay. I don't think if you choose Crawford over Errol, you're not ducking anybody. Who's to say that Crawford is weaker than Errol? Who's to say that Crawford is easier than Errol? There's people that think Crawford is far more difficult than Errol. So maybe duck if he were to fight Errol, he probably would have been ducking Crawford. Okay, so relax. So Canelo Alvarez, Billy Joe Saunders is a slick fighter. He's a big slick fighter. So I think this year would be 2 of Canelo's most difficult fights back to back. Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo and Caleb Plant. Those are 2 big slick fighters back to back. And Billy Joe Saunders undefeated. Caleb Plant's undefeated. All right, Canelo Alvarez know what a loss feels like. One way to your way. All right. Spence is much more dangerous for Manny. We'll talk about that. We almost had 200 people anyway, so we're about to get there. But with that said, they don't know what losses feel like. They both are champions. I think people are terribly undermining Billy Joe Saunders and his abilities and who he's fought. And they're undermining Sweet Hands Plant and how good he is. I don't know who wins between Caleb Plant and Charlo. I think people put more emphasis on hype and names more so than the task itself. That's why you can see somebody struggle with the guy the way Charlo struggled with Korobov. He struggled with Korobov. He got exposed. Man, you don't know how difficult Korobov is. Look, these guys, these fighters are human beings. They don't just walk through other human beings. You know, you fight an intelligent southpaw Korobov who can fight. You saw what he was doing with Chris Eubanks Jr., okay, before he hurt himself. You realize that is a nasty, when you see Floyd Mayweather struggle with Augustus, You know, you remember that with the monkey style, the drunken style. You see him struggle with that style. It's like, oh my God, yes, he's a human being who's punching at you, right? So you start to realize things. Okay. But let's talk about the main points right now. Let's start off with the WBC. No, let's start off with Twitter fingers. We got 200 people in here. Let's do the Twitter fingers like always. Let's see what we got. I get to Twitter fingers. 2 dislikes, and they must know Jack about boxing. John Boxing, pound for pound. Oh, what's going on, brother? Tyson Bell for John Boxing, pound for pound. Good morning, Biz. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is ducking Spence by fighting Terrence Crawford. Yeah. John Boxing just, I don't think he's. Come on, y'all. John Boxer gave a flat out good morning, Biz. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is ducking Spence by fighting Terrence Crawford. Like, if it was up to him, that'd probably be if he was hosting the live stream, he'd just turn it on. Like, pew. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is ducking Spence by fighting Crawford. ShowBizz out. All right, so here we go. Let me see. Let me do Twitter fingers real quick. Let's start here. All right, so Evander the Real Deal Holyfield. Don't forget, Ms. Biz picked these tweets, so don't shoot the messenger. It's on. I'm ready. This time we're fighting. Ain't no biting. This time we're fighting. Ain't no biting. And he has a picture of him versus Iron Mike Tyson. But he said it's on. I'm ready. But I'm looking at when this tweet was tweeted, and it was 17 hours ago. So, bro, anything April Fool's Day is cap for me until I see it repeated on a different day, bro. Because I was calling everything cap all day yesterday. You know, it was annual cap day. I don't care what it was. I was looking at the news. Like, that's cap. Like, I'm not believing jack, bro. But let's see what else we got. Steve Kim, he said the deal with DAZN has been a disaster for Triple G. Honestly, what always glitters is not gold. I really think it would be best for both parties to split and go their separate ways. Steve Kim talking about Triple G should split from DAZN, saying that, you know, their negotiations with DAZN has been a disaster. Man, Triple G, man, you want me to say it? I never hold my tongue. You want me to say it? His career has been a disaster. Dude, and I'm not saying that he hasn't displayed greatness. I'm saying Triple G, how good of a fighter he is, his career does not reflect that. Now, his career, it turned into the hunt for Canelo. As Canelo's career, he's been fighting everybody. Triple G didn't do the same thing. Now, everybody talk about how Canelo Alvarez should take on Charlo, which he should. How Canelo Alvarez should take on Boo Andrade, which he should. Canelo should not retire without taking on those boys. Those boys older than him anyway, okay? But with that said, Canelo should take Charlo. He should take Andrade. And if you think he ducked him, I can argue that, but not down to the wire, because I can understand the arguments, okay? But with that said, Triple G should have fought Charlo and still should fight Charlo. They're holding belts in the weight class he campaigns in. Forget Canelo. Triple G should fight Andrade. What's going on? And forget that. Charlo should fight Andrade. Charlo should fight Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs should fight Andrade. The only person that's fighting people seems to be Canelo. Now, and even him, who he's fighting, it still ain't Charlo and it still ain't Andrade. He fought Triple G twice already. I'm talking about Triple G. His career could have been better. It could have been better. No diss towards Triple G. The boy can fight. The amount of respect I've gained for Triple G has been tremendous. The boy can fight. His career left a lot on the table. His career left a lot on the table. Campbell Hatton, my boy, Campbell Hatton. He said, next up, May 1st, roll on, fight number 2. See, he's having this fight, his second fight, May 1st. Yep. That's some Mike Tyson stuff. Remember when Mike Tyson was with Clayton back around the custom model days? That dude was fighting every month. Okay. When you start off, you should be that busy. So Hatton said his second fight. This is the only guy I know who, I mean, not the only guy I know, but I mean, is at a point. This is the second fight, and he's on the zone. His stuff is televised. This is crazy. Hit the Tyson bell. You want to talk about somebody paving the way for you? What else we got? Wait, hold on. He said, John Bones Jones said, I just had a great dinner and the best conversation I've had with Dana. Hold on. In a very long time. We got the deal. We got the deal done. Date to be announced. We got the deal done. Date to be announced. When was this posted? 6 hours ago. Hold on, bro. Let's see. So here's his other tweet. It's about 11:42 here in Albuquerque. Okay. Hope you guys had a good April Fool's. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Reading John Jones, that was a horrible April Fool's joke. All right. You're disgusting. You got me on April 2nd. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so let's talk about the franchise title. Boxer shall participate. Let me see. Okay, so the WBC Jones line. Yeah, the WBC has officially changed the rules of the franchise title in good timing. Perfect timing. Why? Because they just made Estrada a franchise champion. So people are like, yo, you got Canelo Alvarez, who isn't even acting like a franchise champion. He fought for the vacant WBC world title. You got Canelo Alvarez on that. You got Lomachenko, who lost his franchise title to Teofimo Lopez. Hold on. Have you read Broner's IG post about Al Heyman and Showtime? No, I haven't. But I can read that in a few. But here's the thing. The original rules for the WBC franchise title was that it was a designation to fighters who are doing exemplary work. Great work. Okay? It's a designation, and these guys don't have mandatories. These guys will always be the champion. They could go up and down weight classes, and they're always the champion. If you fight them, you can't lose the belt. All those things. All right? Exemplary. Okay? So that's what the franchise champion was. Okay? Now, when I spoke to Devin the Dream Haney on this platform, shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. When I spoke to Devin the Dream Haney was like, look, I am the champion. How can this guy be the champion? Teofimo Lopez, that belt you can't win. That belt doesn't have mandatories. Well, the WBC changed the rules, and that's the point I got to make. The WBC changed the rules. Do we like it? No. But it is what it is. Do I like that they don't have a good bead, a good firm on an idea that they actually implemented? No. I think that's bass backwards. But they own it. They own it. So they can change the rules. I can look, I own my platform. I can turn ShowBizz the adult into a bakery, like I'm baking on this channel. Hey, ShowBizz, this used to be boxing. You said you'll only do boxing and you'll only do combat sports. Why? I'll be like, I don't care if you like it or not. We're baking. We're baking now. See, so that's the thing. The WBC is like, yo, you can win it now. So here's the new rules. Here's the new rules. He said, make some muffins. So let me read the rules to you. It says, I didn't know how to say exemplary. So my reading is about to be. Here we go. The WBC franchise boxer shall participate in a minimum of 2 social responsibility events every year, organized by and in conjunction with the WBC during the duration of a WBC franchise boxer status as such. The WBC may not recognize another WBC franchise boxer in the division or divisions where the WBC franchise boxer currently competes. So if Teofimo Lopez, if Estrada is the franchise champion and he moves all the way up to where Teofimo Lopez is at lightweight, they can't be 2 franchise champions. That's what this means. So you can't have 2 franchise champions in one division. Fine. Okay. What else? Per petition of an eligible boxer to and approved by the WBC Board of Governors by a second, third vote, 2 out of 3 vote, the WBC may award the designation of the franchise boxer to the winner of a bout in which a then current franchise boxer participates. So you can fight a franchise champion now and beat him out his belt. It's in the rule book. You can fight a franchise champion now and beat him out his belt. Hence, Teofimo Lopez. Okay, so that's what it is now. That you cannot say, hey, you can't beat a guy out his belt. Teofimo Lopez did it. Those are the rules. No, I can't bake at all. Okay? Now, let's go here. A franchise boxer shall enjoy the highest preferential my bad position to challenge for the world championship in his division at any given time upon the written request to the WBC, regardless of whether the current world champion has any mandatory obligations. Meaning the franchise champion can challenge the WBC champion regardless of the WBC champion's mandatory obligations. He can challenge him for his title. So Teofimo Lopez, as the franchise champion, can challenge Devin Haney. Devin Haney, look, Ryan Garcia could beat Fortuna and become Devin Haney's mandatory. Devin Haney could beat Linares, and then Ryan Garcia is his mandatory. Teofimo Lopez can choose to fight Devin Haney for his title. Forget the mandatory. The franchise champion can do that. Those are I'm telling you guys the rules now. Like it or not, those are the rules now, unless they change. The reason why they wrote that rule is because Canelo Alvarez is a franchise champion and he fought for the vacant WBC title against Luke Campbell. Canelo just did it. The 2 rules they just wrote is to cover Teofimo Lopez and Canelo. Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko out of his title. Rule number 1, changed. Number 2, hey, you can be a franchise champion and challenge for the WBC world champion. Canelo Alvarez just did it. Okay? Hold on. I'm not done. Last thing. The WBC franchise boxer designation can only be used in connection with a boxer to whom the WBC specifically bestows that designation. Okay, the WBC will designate a franchise boxer as WBC Emeritus champion once he officially retires from boxing. Okay. While enjoying the designation, a WBC franchise boxer shall proudly represent the WBC in every single fight as a reigning WBC champion, regardless of any specific conditions or titles being associated with any fights in which he participates. Let's say it again. A WBC franchise boxer shall proudly represent the WBC in every single fight as the reigning WBC champion. Let's say it again. A WBC franchise boxer shall proudly represent the WBC in every single fight as the reigning WBC champion. That means Teofimo Lopez, as the franchise boxer, is proudly representing the WBC as the reigning WBC champion. Teofimo Lopez is the champion. He's the WBC champion. Devin Haney, I love you like a play cousin. But here's the thing. The rules got switched when you were holding the title. Now, I'm not saying that you're a lie. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying you're wrong now. What I'm saying is only because the WBC changed the rules as you held the title. Lomachenko, he moved up to franchise designation. Devin Haney is the WBC world champion. Guess what? Now Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko for the title, and now Teofimo Lopez is proudly representing the WBC as the reigning world champion, which is why he's undisputed. They changed I'm not blaming the fighters. The WBC changed the rules while the franchise title was being implemented. Regular champion. So it's the same as the Super WBA champion and the regular WBA champion. So Devin Haney is sitting here like, yo, I'm the champ, bro. Because when I accepted that belt, I accepted the idea that I was the WBC champion. You can't tell Devin Haney he's not the champion. I'm the champ. But the WBC just told you how much your belt was worth. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter to us. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this together. Let me pull this together for you. It doesn't matter to you, to me. It matters to Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Canelo Alvarez. It matters, and Jamal Charlo. It matters to them. It don't matter to you or me. Right now, though, Jamal Charlo is the reigning WBC champion. Because there's no franchise champion at middleweight. Canelo Alvarez is at super middleweight. So Charlo is the champion. He's the champion. But let me tell you something. It don't matter to you and me. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter to you and I. Because Teofimo Lopez wants Devin Haney anyway. He doesn't even like him. Devin Haney wants Teofimo Lopez because he feels he's the real champion anyway. He wanted Lomachenko. So here's the thing, you guys. Let me bring it together for you. What constitutes a promotion to franchise, though? Implementary. It's up to 2/3 of vote from the WBC council, from the governors of the WBC. If they see you as somebody that should be elevated to the franchise champion. Adam, it happened with the WBA. Remember when Floyd Mayweather was elevated to Super WBA champion out of anywhere? It just happened now. Why did Ugas get elevated to Super WBA champion? They just did it. Why didn't they vacate the Super WBA title from Manny Pacquiao and had Errol Spence and Crawford fight for it? We could have got the fight we wanted. Why not mandate Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to fight for the vacant title for Super WBA? No, they didn't do that. They didn't vacate it. When they stripped it from Manny Pacquiao, they elevated Ugas to Super WBA title, to champion. What constitutes that? It's the same thing. It's up to the sanctioning bodies to do as they feel by the governors of 2/3 of vote. Big facts, bro. Why have a franchise belt? What's the point? Just like the Super WBA championship. So let me tell you something. It doesn't matter to you and I, because all we want to do is see the fights. Forget the politics. It doesn't matter to us. As long as Teofimo Lopez is looking to fight Devin Haney after George Kambosos, I don't care. I don't. Why care? If Teofimo Lopez is looking to fight Devin Haney after George Kambosos and Devin Haney wants Teofimo Lopez, why do we care? Why do we care? Bro, they can fight in a back alley for no belts. I don't care how many belts they're holding. I want to see that man versus that man. And if that man wants to fight that man and that man wants him back, then I'm on board. I'm done. Look, the politics of it, who's really what on the who, man, are you going to fight him? Yeah, I'm watching it. That's why I said, does it really matter for you and I? Does it really matter? I've seen many people with belts not fight anybody. The belts ain't make a difference. They ain't fight anybody. I'm at a point now where I would watch one guy with no belts who's taking them all on. Sergey Derevchenko, you my dude. Maurice Hooker, shout out to you. Mo Hooker fighting everybody. Shout out to you. I don't care. I'm telling you, if two guys I want to see fight are fighting, that's it at this point. Everybody hit the like button. We got 500 people in here, only 150 likes. Big facts. Big facts, bro. Look, when does it matter? Undisputed. Yes, undisputed matters. I'm not even talking about that. Undisputed matters. Lineal champion matters more to me than undisputed. The lineal champion is the most important one for me. You beat the man who beat the man who beat the man. You're the champion to me. Okay. But undisputed definitely matters. It's like right behind lineal champion in my book. Okay. But at the bottom line, though, I don't watch boxing to see how many belts someone's holding or how much money they're making. Who got what percentage on what? I don't watch Wheel of Fortune. I watch gladiators in the ring or the octagon. At the end of the day, I promise you, at the end of the day, my biggest interest is somebody trying to punch somebody in the face. At its basic, fundamental, at its very basic idea, I want to see one person punch another person in the face. Haney got hoided. Hold, my bad. I didn't want to say that word. WBC should automatically give him a shot at the title next because they essentially wasted his time, body, and money to get the belt he has now. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying that's where I stand. All right. That's where I stand at this point. One person punching the other guy in the face. That's where I stand. All right. Now, let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Well, let's talk about Keith One Time Thurman. It's really what Keith One Time Thurman said, and then the questions I was getting. Oh my goodness. I just read something that was super bizarre that I have to cover later. Let's see. All right. So Keith one time Thurman said this. Keith Thurman said, everybody, please hit the like button. It only take a second. We should have over 300 people. We should have like 400 likes. We really should. Okay. There's 500 people in here. Everybody, only take a second. Just hit the like button. We should have a lot of likes by now. All right. So here's what Keith one time Thurman had to say. Okay. Keith one time Thurman. He said, we got to see who is going to sign the contract. He's talking about him fighting in July. And what we're going to negotiate to get for my up and coming fight and what it's for. Is it a title eliminator so I can get right back in the mix for the boys at the top of the division? So he's actually talking about a warm-up fight. He's been gone for 2 years. I think Pacquiao would do whatever he wants to do. We all know what happened with the inactivity and stripped of the belts, the WBA belt. He said, you know how it is. He's got that history with Bob Arum, and it's a great fight for them. Top Rank and Crawford, said Thurman. So Keith Thurman, he knows that the fight is going to happen between Terrence Bud Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. That's what he pretty much just said. All right. He said, you know how it is. He's got that history with Bob Arum, and it's a great fight for them. Top Rank and Crawford. He knows. All right, so I just wanted to say that. And now let's say this. Keith one time Thurman said, Terrence Bud Crawford is less dangerous to Manny Pacquiao than Errol Spence because he's a little bit less of a welterweight. Let me tell you this. Dog. Keith one time Thurman said that Terrence Crawford is a little bit less of a welterweight than Errol Spence. I'm going to do it like this. How do you guys feel about that? Terrence Crawford is a little bit less of a welterweight than Errol Spence. How do you guys feel about that? Crawford is the opening favorite for the Spence Crawford fight. Keith got a superiority complex. Thurman is just hating. He had his chance. Facts. Right. You think so? I can see it, but I don't know. How do I feel? How Phil come when to? Facts. It will go to decision. He would choose Ugas. Dummy. Spence is a huge welterweight. Crawford is bigger than Thurman. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. You think it's true? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you what I think. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I saw Terrence Bud Crawford next to Boo Boo Demetrius Andrade, and I swear he was his size. Okay? I remember when Bernard Hopkins moved up to light heavy, and he was practically bigger than Tarver. He could just make middleweight well, but that doesn't mean he was a smaller man. He was practically bigger than Tarver, okay? Hold up. If you want to talk about size, Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence is about the same size. They are about the same size, bro. Terrence Crawford, you don't think he can walk around at 190? He can walk around at 190. It's just that Terrence Bud Crawford keeps himself in a certain amount of shape. Hold on real quick. I feel like Keith is capping. What I want to know is if Terrence being a slow starter is able to win on points, I don't think he KOs Pac. Hold on. We'll get there. He noticeably smaller than Spence. That's not what I've seen. Okay. I've seen Terrence Crawford always keep himself in better shape than Errol Spence. When they met in the hallway, Terrence Crawford poked Errol Spence's stomach and said, hit mine. Terrence Crawford stays in shape, but he pointed at Errol Spence. Errol Spence lets himself go. He used to kick it, drink, stuff like that. If Terrence Crawford did that, they'd be walking around at the same size. That's number one. That's number one. Okay? Hold on. Bud will mess around and beat an agent Triple G at 160. Look, mess around. Let me tell you this too. If you want to talk about being a little bit less of a welterweight, Terrence Crawford is knocking everybody out, and that's the Black Two Sugars. Terrence Crawford is knocking everybody out. I saw Errol Spence versus Kell Brook. I saw Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook. And I saw Kell Brook do some things in that ring against Terrence Crawford that I've never seen Kell Brook do against anybody. And that's boop. I've seen him getting his face broken before, but I never seen him boop. Okay? Terrence Bud Crawford is knocking everybody out. I don't look at Terrence Crawford as a small man whatsoever. Now, what he said was a little bit less of a welterweight. Maybe because Errol Spence has spent his entire career at welterweight. Maybe that's what he means. Okay, that's fine. But I don't see it like that. I don't. I see Terrence Crawford as much of a welterweight as Sean Porter is. If you look at your top 5 welterweights, I don't see Terrence Crawford as less of a welterweight as any of them. It's just that Errol Spence is a big welterweight, but Terrence Crawford ain't less of a welterweight. Bud has a 74-inch reach. He could easily fight at 154. Easily. Mean Machine is criminally underrated. What you think? He was all right. I mean, he wasn't on the level of no Terrence Crawford. I think Manny will beat Bud. I don't. ShowBizz. If they are the same size, essentially, why don't we ever talk about Crawford going up to 154 or not be able to make 147 much longer? That's what they say. I don't. When we talk about Errol Spence not staying at welterweight much longer, Errol Spence discipline. Terrence Crawford is different. Okay. Like I said, when you look at Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones jumped to light heavyweight way before Bernard Hopkins. But Bernard Hopkins, when he was at light heavyweight, he wasn't smaller than Roy. Bernard Hopkins was at middleweight for like 10 years. When he went up to light heavyweight, he wasn't smaller than Roy. Look at his head size, fist size, his height, his reach. Look at him. And then say, hey, Roy outgrown. Let me tell you something, dog. Roy wasn't trying to be as disciplined. He wasn't. He didn't have to be. Now, when you talk to me about Terrence, I remember Terrence Crawford being 152 at 140. When he fought in Julius Ndongo, that dude stepped in the ring at 152. So when you ask me if Terrence Bud Crawford could fight at 154, I say certainly. I saw him 152, balloon to 152, fight at 140. That's what they say. People like to repeat what someone else said. If someone else says Errol the True Spence is a weight bully, people grab a phrase and repeat it. They don't think about it. They just repeat it. Yo, Terrence Bud Crawford's a big kid. And when people say weight bully, I was always here in the war room. You guys heard me say it time and time again. Errol Spence a weight bully. Terrence Bud Crawford is a weight bully at 140, 135. Please. If you're going to say a weight bully, Terrence Bud Crawford was every bit of a welterweight, bro. Nonsense. That's like saying Wilder is less of a heavyweight and he's a real deal heavyweight. It's hard to be less of a welterweight when you're ranked number 2 welterweight in the world. It's hard being less of a welterweight when you rank number 2 welterweight in the world. So it goes to this. Is Manny Pacquiao ducking Errol Spence for Terrence Bud Crawford? And the answer to that is, are you insane? Are you insane? that little man, Manny Pacquiao, at 42, 43 years old, if you taking on either one of those boys, you ain't ducking neither one. Wilder is terrible. If you are Manny Pacquiao, if you're fighting Terrence Crawford, you ain't ducking shit. There ain't nothing you ducking. Nothing. Jay Cooley. He also came in overweight against Prescott as well. 154 is great for sewer water. Jay Cooley, troll of the decade. Manny Pacquiao fighting Errol Spence ain't ducking Terrence Crawford, and fighting Terrence Crawford ain't ducking Errol Spence. You fight any one of those boys, you are in for it. You ain't ducking jack. As soon as Manny Pacquiao signs his name on the contract, okay? Look, when you see somebody like Showtime Sean Porter fighting Errol the True Spence, fighting Danny Garcia, fighting Keith One Time Thurman, and asking for Terrence Bud Crawford, the only thing you see him as is a gladiator. And if Manny Pacquiao beats Broner, beats Keith Thurman, and then goes and negotiates a fight with Terrence Bud Crawford, he ain't ducking jack. He ain't ducking nobody at that point. He ain't ducking nobody. At that point, Pacquiao would be fighting Mikey Garcia. As of right now, it looks like it's Terrence Bud Crawford. Okay. And that's the black two sugars. King Nate say he ducks drug tests. Just a troll. I love you, boy. Pac-Man ducking no one. He did it all and still going through the younger guys to this day. You can't say jack about Pac, bro. Unless this is the one thing I was going to say about stylistically, Crawford is a harder fight for Pac. I think so. I think so. I think Terrence Crawford beat the hell out of Pac-Man. I mean, what do you guys want from me? What do you want from me? Ask me, who do you think who do I think will win, Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao? Go ahead, ask me. Go ahead, ask me. Ask me. Who do I think will win, Pacquiao right now or Errol Spence? Give me a shot. Give me a shot. Biz, I'm gonna need you to get up out the seat and pace the room when you make a valid point. You want to know? I'll give you an answer. Errol Spence beat the hell out of Pac-Man. Errol Spence beat the hell out of him. You want to ask? You want to know how I feel about it? Errol Spence beat the hell out of him. Now ask me who I think will win between Terrence Bud Crawford and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Ask me. Ask me. I'll tell you, Terrence Bud Crawford beat the hell out of Pac-Man. He'll beat the hell out of him. Now, let me tell you what I think that means. Either way, you're getting your ass, you're getting beat the hell out of. So, if you jump out the, what's that, fireplace into the fire, what do you call that? The pot into the kettle, whatever you want to call it. For me, I'm sitting back like, bro, ain't no ducking nothing. For me, bro, you must be insane. When I look at Manny Pacquiao, I'm like, you must be insane. That's why for me, as soon as Manny Pacquiao go, I'm like, that dude's top 10 pound for pound fighter of all time. That's how much respect I'm giving him, because I don't give him a shot in the dark. I'll tell you, he looks good. Manny Pacquiao's in training camp right now. Have you seen him? Have you heard? Manny Pacquiao's in training camp. Foul. That boy's in training camp getting busy, looking good. Terrence Bud Crawford beat the hell out of him. Disagree, Biz. That's what we're here for. That's the war room. We're here to disagree. We ain't here to sing kumbaya and all be looking the same direction. We're here to hit the like button. Man, hit the like button. What y'all doing? Don't forget, I'm going live tomorrow for Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton, and we'll talk then too. We'll keep talking. Y'all think I'm wrong? Well, bring your ass. Bring your ass. Come on. Y'all think I'm wrong? Come on. Manny Pacquiao, my boys from the Philippines, mwah, I love you. Y'all make up a good portion of my subscribers. I love you to death. I love y'all like play cousins. Y'all think I'm wrong? Get in the war room. I'm right here. Do you think this would be Manny's torch pass and fight against Crawford? Yeah. Because after this one, he's going to be like, remember when Muhammad Ali stood on the top rope or somebody's shoulders, or I think he leaned over the ropes after beating Spence? He was like, because that was hell. Nah. That's Manny Pacquiao. Whap, bop, bop. He's going, huh? Go ahead, Manny. Get in there. Bam. Go. Oh. What's your take on one-time Thurman today? I think it's a sad case. The guy was on top of the world, and I think that he kind of questions himself at the same time. Hungry. He was always over analytical. So when you're over analytical, you got to be kind of insane to be a fighter. And I think he's too smart to be insane. He's too rational. So he's like, man, I need a warm-up fight. I need to figure out. He's too in tune with what's wrong with his body. He's civilized. He's like, yo, man, this ache. He's not an animal. Keith Thurman isn't an animal. That's why he makes for a great analyst. So he's very brilliant. So sometimes you're too aware. And with that, he's very careful with his approach. And you got to be an animal to be what a fighter is supposed to be. John Jones is an animal. To talk about Francis Ngannou, you got to be silly. I mean, to jump in the octagon, you got to be silly. To jump in the ring, that ain't smart. You got to be kind of insane to make a living out of that. Crazy. Keith Thurman, I think he's a little less crazy. And that's what people see. I want y'all to call him holy water after he knocked out Pac-Man. Wow. Because he's baptizing everyone he faced. He is. Who else knocking them all out? Nobody. Berlanga. Wait. Nobody. Manny knocked Thurman ponytail off. Daryl Alexander, boy. Hey, Jay. What a word is bond, too. Hey, Jay, come on, dog. Y'all, you let Daryl for the community. You let Daryl run the war room. How you give up Jay? Jay, hit me, Jay. Hit me. You can't do it. How you let Daryl take Daryl's mind? Daryl done took over the war room. Daryl comes out of nowhere and just this was Jay's spot. The pink was Jay's spot. Pink and red, that was Jay. Daryl was like, hit me, Jay. Hit me. You can't do it. All right. Let's talk about Wilder in here. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Pacquiao keeping that torch. Brother, keeping the torch. Look, if Pacquiao keeps that torch, he is better than Henry Armstrong. Period. I'm not even playing. If Pacquiao keeps that torch, he's better than Henry Armstrong. That is almost impossible to beat Terrence Bud Crawford and your Manny Pacquiao at 43 years old. That is almost, if this guy is Wham Bam Pax the Man for real, if he's really a superhero, then he's going to do that. But what if he beats Crawford? Brother, talk Wilder. No. Bruh. If he beats, I'm going to tell you again, dead in your face. If he beats Crawford, he is the best fighter. Bruh, if he beats Crawford, no longer am I it ain't even a debate. If he beats Crawford, that guy is the best fight. He's the best fighter I've seen. Now, if he beats Crawford, he's the best fighter I've seen. Now, That's the black two sugars. Yeah, I can't tell you any closer. If he beats Crawford, he's the best fighter I've ever seen in my life. If he beats Crawford, Sugar Ray Robinson is a debate between Manny Pacquiao and Sugar Ray Robinson. Now, and depending on how that fight goes is how high he goes up in the top 10. If he hurts Crawford, if he gets knocked out and does what Mean Machine did, I'll put him over Sugar Ray Leonard. If Manny Pacquiao drops Crawford and lose, I'll put him over Sugar Ray Leonard. I can't do it. Much love, though. Now, and I'm not basing his whole career on one fight. I'm saying you do that at the end on top of being 8 division world champion, fighting Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Morales. Don't forget about those days, okay? Barrera Marquez. You do all of that and beat Keith Thurman and Broner, and you do all of that shit, Matisse, and you do Ricky Hatton and fight Floyd and fight Timothy Bradley 3 times and fight Margarito, the boogeyman, and Sugar Shane Mosley, and you do all of that and end it by dropping Terrence Crawford and losing. You better Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. You better than Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. Holyfield, Pac-Man, Ray Leonard, De La Hoya, and Hagler are my all-time greats. That was an amazing list. Amazing. Who did Henry Armstrong beat in his 40s? That's what I'm saying. If Pacquiao does this, he's better than Henry Armstrong. My thing with Henry Armstrong is this, okay? Henry Armstrong, there were no tweener weights between featherweight and through welterweight, and like there was no tweener weights. Featherweight, lightweight, there's no super jack, and there's no bunch of belts. There was one belt. So he had to beat the man every time. And he held all 3 of those simultaneously, going up and down weights and fighting. And that guy's crazy. And the style that he did it. He didn't box and slick. He was bam, boom, whap. Henry Armstrong was spectacular. But the thing about Manny Pacquiao is this. Out of the 8 division world titles, 5 were lineal. 5 were lineal. I mean, there were tweener weight classes, but 5 were lineal. If Manny Pacquiao fights Terrence Crawford, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all about to drive me crazy. Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano. Great list. Prime Pac versus Prime Bud. Who do you got? Prime Pac-Man. Prime Pac-Man was knockout amazing. A Prime Pacquiao was like, bruh, you was thinking that guy, the guy was looking unbeatable. You're talking about the one that would throw 3 punches. He'll throw 5 punches and the 3rd punch would knock you out. The other 2, he was just throwing. He would not you know how most people hit you with a bam and the right hand knocks you out? He was bam, bam, hurt you with this one, knocks you out with this one. Boom, 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 you sleep. Boom, boom, boom. It was like, yo, the 3rd one was the one that had you like. And then he's pop, pop, pop. He didn't even throw it as the power shot. It was like it was so fast, but that 3rd one, boom. Bam, bam, bam. He was amazing, bro. That Pac-Man beats Bud Crawford. He beats Bud Crawford. He beats Errol Spence too. All right. But now, I ain't giving him a snowball's chance in hell. And that's the black 2 sugars. Yeah, we're going over. We're going over today. Because I see you guys want that when to get busy in the war room. Errol Spence is a bum. You a bum. Motherfucker. Errol Spence is a bum. You a bum. How about that? Yeah, I'm on one on this Friday. This is Good Friday. Ain't it Good Friday? I'm on one this Friday. Shoot, Biz, I need that black Two Sugars merch. Go to showbiztheadult.com. Shoot. ShowBizz is the goal. Thank you so much. Bud knocked a done Kell Brook. Man, y'all can miss me with that. Y'all can miss me with that talk. Let me tell you something. If that want me to get close? Let me tell you something. Let me get close to you. Since you guys don't know what the hell you if the Kell Brook that fought Terrence Bud Crawford was done, then that Kell Brook was more done when he fought Errol Spence. If the Kell Brook that Terrence Bud Crawford knocked out was done, he was more done against Errol Spence. At least the Kell Brook that fought Terrence Crawford, at least that Kell Brook was coming off of victories. The one that fought Errol Spence was fresh off of Triple G's ass whooping. He was more done against Errol Spence than having time to recover and get some wins in. Now, y'all going to miss me. Y'all going to miss me with discrediting the Kell Brook victory. Y'all going to miss me with that. That was incredible. What Terrence Crawford did to Kell Brook was incredible. You can miss me with that. Terrence Crawford is here. He's a fantastic fighter. Who do I got? Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Errol Spence. But I ain't discrediting no Terrence Crawford wins at all. At all. And I'll tell you this. If Errol Spence fights him and beats him, I want to see all of you Errol Spence fans who just discredit Terrence Bud Crawford. I want to see all of you say that Terrence Crawford wasn't good anyway and say Errol Spence don't deserve the win. All you who's talking junk about Terrence Bud Crawford not being this and that, all you Errol Spence fans, if Errol Spence beats him, I want you guys to sit there and say that's an asterisk. He doesn't deserve that any love for beating Terrence Bud Crawford because we snatched it from him. Now, remember everything you're saying now, Errol Spence fans. Remember everything you're saying now. Even Kell Brook said that was the best he's felt. 100%. 100%. 100%. Errol Spence is a duck. Y'all don't see that fighting Ugas while Terrence Crawford takes on Manny Pacquiao is the fastest way to the fight? Y'all don't see that? Boy, we gotta have some business conversations on my members. Like, we gotta talk some business. We gotta talk business. Sometimes taking a step to the right is the fastest route. Taking a step to the right or left. Sometimes that's the fastest route. I'll never forget, I was boxing and my trainer said, hey, try throwing less punches so you can knock him out sooner. Think about it. Hey, slow down. Throw less punches so you can knock him out. You're right. Bit pow. Bigger fight. If Terrence Crawford doesn't take on a Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence can always say, you're not big enough. I'm about to keep shortchanging you until you get big enough. I got 3 belts. You didn't have a big fight. You're not a pay-per-view guy. You're not big enough. Let me fight somebody else. Let me go up to 154. Let me get out of here. Guys, hey, I'm going to offer you this. Terrence Crawford going to be like, forget that. Well, I'm out of here. I tried to become undisputed. Terrence Crawford didn't take the offer. But let Terrence Crawford knock out Manny Pacquiao. Put himself in a position where if Errol Spence doesn't fight him, everybody's going to hold that over Errol Spence's head forever. Put himself in that demand. The fight happens sooner. Y'all don't get that? Y'all don't get that? Y'all don't understand that? Fine. Fine. Like Eddie Murphy said, y'all don't understand that? Fine. Okay. Okay. That's not going to happen. Look at my man, I'm just negative Sally. No, 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 no. Can't, no, not, can't, no, not, can't, no, not. I'm one of those men who don't say can't, I don't understand, not, ain't gonna happen. Good point. Blank match set. Yeah. Yeah. You're not funny. Stop. Then leave, bro. I'm having a good time. Hey, stop having a good time because I'm miserable. It's Friday. It's Friday. Boy. Don't come here hating. I ain't got no job, so I ain't got a check today. That's what it is. You ain't got a job. I ain't got a job, so I ain't got a check today. You ain't funny. It's like, brother, get a job. Actually, that's mean to say because the pandemic. You can't. Well, you can't strip because the strip clubs, you can't twerk. So, dog, just, I don't know, make some sandwiches and sell them on the corner. There's a way. Make some bomb sandwiches and sell them on the corner, dog. Don't be over here hating. You are delusional. Bud is way better. Oh, y'all talking to each other. Keep up the good work. Yeah. Lemonade stand biz. Yeah, something. ShowBizz. For me, you're the second most accurate and most honest boxing analyst next to Max Kellerman. Oh my God. Thank you, man. That's some good company. Thank you so much. I really love hearing you say that. That's some good company because I always looked at Max Kellerman as somebody, but I want to say this in front of 600 people. I was told not to say it. I'm going to say it. I've been seeing a lot of similar talking points. But maybe we just think alike. Al Heyman is saving Manny for Errol at the PBC side. Okay. Let me see. Comment about Asian hate crime. Yeah. I think that's horrible. Stop the Asian hate. Yeah, absolutely. Stop the Asian hate, man. And let's pinpoint it. That's horrific. Asian hate is terrible. Anything hateful is terrible, especially when you're hurting people. Let's stop that. Yeah, absolutely. I like what Manny Pacquiao said. You want to fight somebody, fight me. That was dope. What else we got? BS number one. Crawford would KO Spence, and Spence is my guy. I think Spence will win. I think Spence will win, man. I think Spence is crazy, man. Spence, but they're both dogs. I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford beat Spence. I think Spencer beat him. I think Crawford is not as slick as they say, and because I think he's slick as far as skill set, he's not slick. He's a fighter. I've seen Terrence Crawford allow himself to get whacked upside his head many times. Gamboa shouldn't have gave him Bambi legs. I've seen Terrence Crawford getting whacked upside his head a few times. Oh, hold on. Matter of fact, I forgot the fight, but I'm gonna remember. I'm about to look it up right now. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you a fight. I'm gonna tell you a fight that you guys should watch. What was that kid's name? I'm gonna tell you who it is. About to go to Box Rec. Y'all probably know who I'm gonna say. I can't find him. What's that guy's name? No. Beltran? No. God, what was his name? I can't even remember. Amir Khan. What was that kid's name? Was it Thomas Delorme? Was it Thomas Delorme? I think it was not Mean Machine. I think it was Thomas Delorme was whacking him upside his head clean. Nah, not Prescott. Nah, it was Delorme. Yeah, I think it was. And Terrence Crawford kept walking him down. And Delorme was whacking him upside his head clean. I think it's him. And let me tell you this. Benavidez was hitting him clean. Yeah. And you know Mean Machine was, dude, I'm gonna tell you. Terrence Crawford gets hit clean. Nice clean. Errol Spence do the same thing. Crawford is the sensible choice, but Pac is just unpredictable with weird punch angles and still faster than these young guns. Great for boxing overall. Look, bro, listen to me. I think y'all have to watch this one fight over. Okay, I only watched it once, but it's stained in my head. Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Bro, Pacquiao had a spark when he started, but his age started to show, and Keith was walking him down and beating the hell out of him. Dog, y'all don't remember. And if it wasn't for that body shot that Manny Pacquiao hit Keith one time Thurman with, that spit out his mouthpiece, it was going the wrong direction. That punch that made him spit out his mouthpiece, that's not going to be there for Terrence Bud Crawford. It ain't going to be there with Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence going to start walking him down, doing what Keith did, and start wearing him out. Those old bones going to show up. You want to know how I know? Because I'm full of them. I know what those old bones feel like. And Terrence Crawford, big, good range, punching hard, good punch selection, beautiful accuracy and timing. He's going to be bam, 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 boom, boom. And he's going to be wearing that guy out come the fifth from round 5, 6 on. He's going to be beating the hell out of him. And it's going to be like, yo, dang, Manny Pacquiao, you were great. And for me, I'm going to be looking at that and saying, this guy, Manny Pacquiao, top 10 pound for pound fighter of all time. I'm going to be like, go ahead, Pac. You getting whooped against the corner, getting whooped against the ropes. There's no body shot there for you. Bam, boom, boom. And I'm just going to be like, hey, throw in the towel, please. Throw in the damn towel. And when they do, I'm going to say, Manny Pacquiao, you are top 10 greatest pound for pound fighter of all time. He's going to start off nice. Bam, bam, boom, bam. It's going to be like, yo, round 5 on. Yeah, I keep saying it. A prime Pacquiao will beat them both. Respect. I'm gonna look at that little Pacquiao and be like, you. Now, say I'm wrong. It's okay. Bud versus Pac, when they fight, is there a date yet? No, there's not a date yet. ShowBizz versus Max, 8-round exhibition. Well, Max ain't, I'm still hitting the gym and turning into, but Max used to be a fighter though. You know what I mean? Like for real. You know what I mean? So a prime Max, okay, is a problem. Now, Max in the suit and he, Max ain't. Max. They don't underestimate the path to the bag. I agree with you, Biz. Yep. Biz, P.O. Box yet? Yeah, my bad. Who says Crawford will still be standing by the 5th? Who's gonna sit him down? Somebody gonna hit him with a brick from the crowd? Why would he not? He gonna tear his Achilles? Why wouldn't he be standing by the 5th? Pac did slow down in the second half of the Thomas Thurman fight. Yeah. How he's gonna not be standing? What's gonna do it? Pac-Man? You must have lost your mind. Who has he knocked out by the 5th? Tell me a welterweight He's knocked out by the 5th. Bruh, hold on. And especially Terrence Bud Crawford. My man said Horn KO'd Pac-Man. Never watched the fight. And Crawford KO'd Horn, dog. He said Horn KO'd Pac-Man. Brother, you need to get out the war room, run, because they're coming. Everybody's about to gun for you, bro. Anytime you say Horn KO'd Pac-Man, bruh, you don't watch fights, you just talking. They're coming to get you. They're coming to get you. They're coming to get you. Ricky Hatton, he was a welterweight. Ricky Hatton was a welterweight. In what world? What fight? Tell me the weight class they fought at. I'll wait. You tell me the weight class he fought Ricky Hatton. Tell me it's 147. Please. Do yourself a golden. Do yourself a golden. Tell me the weight class. Yeah, preach, Biz. Tell me he fought Ricky Hatton at 147. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're breaking them beers slowly. Bang, hey, boom, pow, boom, hey, ha. Crawford is a bit chinny. We have a decaf in here. Let me see. Cotto. What weight class? He fought Cotto at what weight class? What weight class he fight Cotto? Y'all tell me it was 147. What weight class he fight Cotto? Holla at me. My man said Cotto. What weight class? Holla at me. What weight class he fight Cotto? Give me one. Give me one. 145. I said welterweight. I said 147. Biz landing in body shot. Boom. I said 147. Bam. Boom. I got all day tomorrow. I'll be here for the live stream. Jamel Simplify. I'll be here against the Jackal. Okay. Carl Frampton. I'll be here. 143. 145. 145. I said 147. Bam. Hey. I said 147. De La Hoya. What weight class he fight De La Hoya? Pac-Man goes to the body, but does not commit. If he committed to the body versus Thurman, he would have stopped him. Just my opinion. So you're saying if Manny Pacquiao wasn't Manny Pacquiao? I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao. I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao. Casuals are amazing, bro. They're beautiful. Beautiful. This fight finna be fireworks. Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Look, I understand being a Manny Pacquiao fan. I get it. Okay, I remember, people saying I got the ticket to Muhammad Ali versus Larry Holmes, autographed by Muhammad Ali. I got the ticket. I'm gonna put it on the wall soon. I got the ticket. All right, autographed by Muhammad Ali, the late and great Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, I love you, boy. There were people that thought Muhammad Ali was going to beat Larry Holmes. Muhammad Ali's the GOAT. He's the greatest. Larry Holmes is a whipper. Muhammad Ali, that was his sparring partner. Muhammad Ali about to whoop Larry Holmes. That's what y'all sound like. But if Manny Pacquiao does it, bro, that dude's better than Henry Armstrong, bro. So thank you guys for showing up, man, and showing out. It was beautiful. I'm not sure. I may hit the weight room. I may hit the gym. I'll tell you this, though. I will be going live tomorrow for the Carl Frampton, Jamel Herring fight tomorrow. I think it's at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. I think I'll be on around then. Manny doesn't have 5th KO at 147. Thank you. So show up at my live stream commentary. I'm giving away this Anthony AJ Joshua boxing glove. Okay, autographed by Anthony AJ Joshua, sponsored by BUSR.com. Make sure you show up there. Make sure you like and subscribe, share. Okay, there's a lot of people that's doing a lot of sharing. Okay, that's growing this channel. Thank you so much, because this channel is growing fast. It's fastest growing channel on in boxing YouTube. So I should be getting my Tyson Gypsy King Fury autograph glove today. When that happens, I'll be on Instagram displaying that, and that will be up here tomorrow for the Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton fight that I will be calling. ShowBizz the Adult. If you want to place money on that fight, put money on busr.com/showbiz. Don't forget ShowBizz10 promo code to get you $10 free for any bet. I'm out. Huh.